Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This section is a wonderful section. Welcome, I want to welcome all of us back to my YouTube channel. Please, if you can hear me, can you indicate that you can hear me? As I'm going to be inviting everyone inside. Welcome everyone. Welcome. I can see somebody already. Welcome. Abundance, welcome. Thank you. Please, can you go to the group and invite others? Tell them that we have started. We have limited time, okay? And I think this section is going to take a little longer. So please, can you help me go to the group and invite others? Tell them to join in immediately. Okay, Joshua, welcome, 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 welcome. Please, let's wait for others. Our guest is coming in very soon. Please, let's wait for others. Let's invite them. If we have to call them, let's call them. Precious, welcome. Okay, Princess, welcome. Welcome. I hope you are with your writing materials, you're with everything needed for this class. Hope you are with it. Okay, our guest is already, and let me invite him immediately. Hello, good evening, sir. Welcome, sir.
Can you hear me?
Not, no. Okay, yes, yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, okay. One second, then so you can hear me.
Hello, sir. Sir, we cannot hear you now.
Okay, you cannot hear me now.
It's low, it's not loud.
Wow. Okay. What do I do now?
Okay, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
I think it's the network, right?
Yes, I guess it's the network.
All right. So you can hear me clearly. Let me see if I can share my screen.
Okay, sir.
Okay, share screen. Are your students online now?
Yeah, a few of them are online. They are coming in small, small, sir.
Okay. Just give me a moment. Let me figure this out.
Okay, sir.
Chrome window entire screen. I'm supposed to share my entire screen, if I'm correct.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Uh, can you see my screen now?
I'll be the one to add it, and I'm not seeing it here yet.
Okay. Because StreamYard is sharing my screen. That's what I'm seeing here now.
Oh, oh, but I can. Let me check. Okay, yes, okay, yeah. Let me add it. Let me add it.
Okay. Oh wow. What's all this? Um.
You can see your screen, sir.
Okay, just give me a moment. I think I have an issue with the. All right. So I actually forgot that I uninstalled my Microsoft softwares in my system. So
Oh,
the PowerPoint presentation is telling me I don't have a file to open. So I'm trying to see if I can use Power. If, the file does not have an app associated with it to perform this action in social media. All right. So I think
so I can hear you very well.
another option. I can come in through my with my phone, right, and share my screen.
I don't think you can share your screen through the phone.
Then there's going to be a little issue. So I don't know if we can go on without sharing the screen and then I share tomorrow's session.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Fine, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, guys, let's wait for him. He's coming. Please, if you're online and you can hear us, drop an emoji, okay? Drop a fire emoji. If you're online and you can hear us, you can hear me very well. Please, can you drop an emoji, fire emoji? I'm waiting for us. If you can hear me very well, can you drop a fire emoji? Okay, I can see you guys. That's good. Okay, sir, are you ready? We are all ready, sir.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, over to you, sir.
Right. Um, Good evening, everyone. I I would really love that I receive feedbacks regularly because it's going to help me know if we're online. You know how this Nigeria can be, and it's really hard to know when you will not know when you are being cut off. You just keep talking and talking and talking, and then you discover that you are already out of signal. So I would really love if you guys can always give him feedback so that I'm sure that you are following. All right. Thank you very much. My name is Carly Nestor David. I am a brand strategist, and I have been in this game for quite a while now. And one of my goals is to show and teach creatives how to brand themselves properly to earn more money. All right. So in this session, I think I've been called to talk on branding. All right, branding, and we're going to divide it into two. I really wish my screen was here so that we can just keep flowing with visuals because visuals has a way of making you follow through. But that aside, we'll just keep moving. All right, so we'll talk about brand strategy. First of all, we'll talk about brand strategy as a designer, as a creative. All right, how to um, create a sustainable brand for yourself and make more money or like online as a creative. And then tomorrow we'll head on to how to create um, brand strategy and brand for your clients, okay, for people who come to you for design jobs, especially these our Nigerian clients, because they really don't know what it is about branding. They just feel that branding is just all about creating logo designs and creating flyer, and then that is it about branding. But no, that is just one part of branding. That is called identity. Right. So if you can hear me up to this point, just type identity so that I am sure that you can still hear me. Right. So just type identity if you can hear me up up to this point. Can anyone hear me? All right. Beautiful. So just like I said, most of what our Nigerian clients usually want from us is the identity aspect of branding, but they will tell you, let us come and brand me, come and brand me. And then our designers too, we've always made that mistake so much to use branding to mean just identity. Identity is just one part of branding. There's a lot of things that comes into brand strategy, especially if you are working with clients and creating a brand and all of that. So we would work on that tomorrow. But today, let us focus on you as a designer. Let us focus on yourself. Let us focus on yourself because you need branding to succeed in the design space. You need branding to succeed in the creative space. You need branding to do so much. You need branding to get to the top, right? Because the truth of the matter is that uh, this is not the only design class there is in the online market now, right? So, as you guys are learning design, permit me to say that there are also about 1,001 other design classes scattered around. Some people should be on WhatsApp now learning design. Some people should be on Telegram. In fact, on Friday I was with a design class on Friday teaching them strategy. So you see that there are a lot of design classes, a lot of designers everywhere. Everybody is coming into design space. Everybody wants to be a creative. So you see that the niche is already getting so clustered. All right. So what is going to keep you and take you to the top in this creative niche is branding. Is branding. All right. And you need it. It's like a foundation to every business. Every business that is sustained is sustained on the foundation called branding. All right, branding is the foundation that sustains businesses. That is why you see some businesses start and fail over time. All right, so you see a business that starts today, or you see someone who started design, and I'll be very specific since this is a design class. So you see someone who started graphic design last year, and then in 1 year he has ended graphic design and has moved into affiliate marketing. When you ask him, he'll tell you, graphics not really give me anything. Graphics not really help my life. I don't see any money from the graphics what they do. So I decided to go to what is raining and all of that. So that is because they didn't they didn't get into business upon the foundation of branding, of brand strategy. So that is why it's really important that as creatives we learn branding for yourself. You learn how to build a strong brand for yourself. All right. So if we are ready, let's shoot. All right. So let me know how many of us are ready. If you are ready, just shout, just chat. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. Yeah, branding is the foundation that sustains the business. If you are ready to go, just type I'm ready. Okay, I can see Abundance Ibimbo. If I pronounce your name correctly, you are ready. You are ready. All right. Very good. So just keep chatting, all right? As I'm talking, just keep dropping things so that I'm sure that people are here. So now, what is a brand? Because that is where it starts from. Remember when I said that when we talk about branding, people limit it to just one aspect of branding. So there is so much about branding, right? There's a lot of definitions and concepts on branding. There's a lot of definition on what a brand is, right? But then I will try as much as possible to bring it and simplify it. Everywhere I go, I tell everybody the same thing. That is what a brand is, right? And then I'm going to say it here. But first of all, let me hear from you. Let me know if we have an idea of what a brand is. So let me see two persons telling me what exactly is a brand. What exactly is a brand? What do you think a brand is? All right, just quickly chat in the just quickly comment in the chat session. What exactly do you think a brand is? All right, what exactly do you think a brand is? All right, do you have anybody who wants to give us an answer of what they think a brand is? A brand is a result of the personality of a business. Ah, Favor Diogo, I've seen your face. Hey, interesting. All right, okay, exactly. So let's just quickly move because of time, because I'm trying so hard. I want to make sure I end this session by 10 on the dot, and then so that we can have more time tomorrow to practically look on brand strategy for clients and all of that. All right, so we'll just quickly touch on brand strategy for yourself. Thank God I have Favor Diogo here. I think you were with me yesterday, right? At what was this guy's class? We were talking about brand strategy. So most of the things I'm going to say today, you should be able to relate with it. So it should be something you should now internalize. Okay, as I'm talking, you should be able to internalize it. All right. So a brand is a result. That is just a simple truth. A brand is a result. All right, is a result. A brand is not logo. A brand is not the color. All right, a brand is not text, typography, and all of that. No, when we talk about brand ID, I don't know if you guys have a brand is a company's identity tag. Right, so that's this what you said now. It's is a limited definition of what a brand is. When you say a brand is a company's identity tag, you are limiting what a brand is. All right. So a brand is simply a result. So I'm saying the brand is not an identity. It is not logo. It is not color. It is not flyer. It is not template. It's not brand guide and all of those things, right? All those things are different elements in branding. They are like what we call the brand identity elements. Okay. um so we don't try to limit what a brand is to an identity. An identity is part of a brand, right? An identity is part of a brand. What a brand is simply a result. As simple as that. A brand is a result of your experiences with your clients over time. This guy, Martin Newman, the writer of Brand Gap, will always say that a brand is people's gut feeling about your product, your skill, your service, the company, or whatever it is. What people feel about you is your brand. Now, let's take an analogy. We love different kinds of products. We have affiliations to different kinds of products. For example, for those of you who take soda now, you have preferences when it comes to soda. Some people will love to take Coke, yeah. Some people will love to take Fanta, yeah. Some people would love to take Sprite. Some people would love to take let me call him malt, for example. Now, a brand or the brand of a soda is the reason why you will prefer Coke to Fanta. So when I ask you what product do you love now, what product do you prefer to take, and you tell me I will prefer taking Coke, the next question I'm asking you is why do you like Coke? Why do you want to take Coke? The answer you give me is the brand. So you can go on to say that a brand is the reason behind a choice of product or service or skill. Okay? That brand is the reason behind the choice of product or service or skill. Now, if we bring it down into the design industry, what we are saying is that your brand is the reason why your clients will decide and they are willing to pay you for a design service. That is your brand. The reason why, even after they've worked with you, they want to come again and work with you over and over again. That is your brand. The brand is the reason why after they've worked with you, they don't want to work with you again. That is a brand. So your brand can either be positive or negative. You need to know that at the back of your mind. So the reason why they will come and work with you again is your brand. The reason why some will never, ever, ever come back to work with you again is your brand. All right. So As a creative, you need to have this at the back of your mind that intentionally you need to, yeah, the reason behind a choice, okay, your choice, okay, it's not the reason behind the product, but the reason behind your choice of that product or service. The reason behind me choosing to, okay, for example, I used to make the analogy so much. We are designers, all right, and then we have friends who are designers too. Okay, now have you ever wondered why, um let us say you have a mutual friend, but this mutual friend, as in this friend knows you as a designer and knows your own friend who is a designer, but then this person decides to come to you rather than your friend who is also a designer. There is a reason why he or she came to you instead of your friend who was a designer. That is your brand, all right? That is your brand. So it is the reason behind the choice of a product or service or a skill. So as a creative, you need to intentionally shape the perception. You need to intentionally shape how people feel and think about you so that you get more customers, so that you get more people to your base, so that you get a lot of referrals. It is branding that will make people beat their chest and refer you to anybody. It is branding because they've experienced you over time and they have result from their experiences. And upon that result, they now refer you to people. They now refer you to their friends, they now refer you to their bosses. I know this guy is good though. This guy knows what he's doing. Blessing Iyanoluwa is just coming in, I guess. All right, so you need to have that at the back of your mind. What are you doing daily? What are you doing daily to shape the perception of how you want people to feel about you? If you want people to see you as a very crazy and good graphic designer, what are you doing daily to make people see you as that? If you want people to see you as the only graphic designer who charges this particular amount of money and his works are premium, what are you doing daily and frequently to make sure that people see you as that? All right? Or if you want people to see you as an upcoming designer, what are you doing daily to make people now begin to see you as an upcoming designer and decide to use you and play with you? All right. So you need to understand, you need to ask yourself, what am I doing daily to make people like this? The thing about branding is that you need to be very intentional with branding. You need to be very, very intentional with branding because it's about yourself. So these things I'm asking is for you to write it down. What am I doing daily? Okay, how do I want people to see me? That's the first question you ask yourself. How do I really want people to see me? I'm into the graphic design industry. How do I want people to see me? What kind of designer do I want people to see me as? All right. So when you answer that question, the next thing you ask yourself is, what am I now doing daily to make people see me as such? What am I doing daily to make people see me as such? Ask yourself that question because you need to be very realistic if you want to make it in the creative industry. Because, like I said earlier, there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of designers in the industry, thousands of them. What is the guarantee that you are going to be mentioned among the top? What is the guarantee? All right, so you need to ask yourself these questions regularly as much as possible. All right, and when you answer the question, what are you doing daily? If it does not align to your goal as a designer, then begin to work towards it. JJ is ready by now when we have gone into the into the talk already. All right, so you need to, like I said, let me not go over this again. All right, so ask yourself that question, but let us move. Now, there's something you need to know, right? Yeah, what you do daily to make people see you the way you want them to see you? Because even if see when you are not intentionally shaping your brand, you are demarketing yourself. All right, you need to have this at the back of your mind. When you are not intentionally shaping how you want people to see you, you are already demarketing your brand. Remember I said the brand can be positive or negative. So you need to be very intentional because the speed at which people are growing in the industry is very fast, very fast. So if you're not careful, you'll be taken off the journey. Right? Now, I wanted to say something. See, I said this in the last two classes I had. You should never, ever, ever, ever see yourself as an upcoming designer. and I'll say it again. So let's assume you just started learning designs now from Lawrence. All right, that is that is beautiful. He's a good designer, a very good one at that. I've seen his works, very good guy. All right, so let's assume you just started designing from him. All right, you should never ever see yourself as an upcoming. You should never ever make people see you as upcoming, because the moment you begin to see yourself as upcoming, the moment you begin to let people see you as upcoming, you will never get up. You will keep coming up. I don't know if you catch what I'm trying to say. The moment you begin to make people see you as upcoming, you will never get to that point where you have gotten up unless you break that mental barrier. So whether you are starting designs now or you're about to start, the moment you start graphic design and you have done a graphic design work, whether it's for free or paid, you are a graphic designer. Have it at the back of your mind. You may not be as good as your boss, but you are a graphic designer, not an upcoming designer, not a potential graphic designer. All right? So have it at the back of your mind, because it's going to influence how people treat you. It's going to influence how clients treat you. All right. So maybe tomorrow I will touch a little on clients, on how to handle clients. I'll just that's not part of what I want to do, but I feel I should just do it. Okay, show people how to handle clients, because for those of you who are starting now, if you're not, my God, if you don't like get good heads up on how to handle clients, you may not, you may run away from the industry, because Nigerian clients are very brutal, very very brutal. But tomorrow we'll talk about that by the special grace of God. So, like I said, never ever see yourself as upcoming. Let people know that you are good. Let people see you as a graphic designer. Let people have that feel of this guy is a designer, not someone who is just starting. It's really important. It's going to shape the perception of how you want them to see you. It's going to make them see you as someone who is good. All right? Very good. So let's move into what we have. All right. So how do you really, really create a strong brand for yourself? How do you really, really create a strong brand for yourself? Now, the first thing you need to do is what we call clarity. All right. Okay, you need the lesson. No while now tomorrow. The first thing you need to do, or if I have enough time after I'm done, I may still just say it today. It depends, but I will certainly teach it. So the first thing you need to do is to have clarity. So if you are following me, just type clarity. See, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Yes. When you don't have enough clarity in your niche as a designer, you keep abusing your chances, you keep abusing your opportunities. Even before they come, you already abuse your opportunities even before they come. Why? Because you've not gotten hands-on clarity. All right? Hands-on clarity. And we really need to take this clarity thing very important, because I've seen a lot of designers who just wake up in the morning, you know, test a few tools here and there, maybe pixel app here and there, and then boom, they are out. I'm a graphic designer. Come and order, come and what do they say? How do they say it again? Come and reach me for graphic design jobs, you know. And because of that, they they end up dying so early. All right, just give me a moment. I'm trying to adjust something. Right. So I think I'm better now. So they end up dying fast in the online world, right? They end up not even receiving enough clients, because, come on, we have a lot of good guys. We have a lot of good guys. So what is going to make people listen to you? That is the question. What is going to make people listen to you as a designer? So clarity is important. Clarity is important. When we say clarity, I know you know what we're talking about. You have good understanding of the subject matter. I think my voice should be back now. I was trying to adjust. When you have good understanding of the subject matter, when you have enough clarity, understanding. So the question is, how much clarity do you know? How much understanding do you have in your niche as a designer? How much understanding do you have about marketing as it concerns design? How much understanding do you have? All right, you need to have good clarity, such that when people come in contact with you, when people have conversations with you, at the first instance, they just know, oh, this one understands everything about his niche and all of that. But then let's just keep moving. Now, when we talk about clarity, we're going to divide clarity into three. So number one, I really wish I could share my screen. I really forgot that this particular system I'm using, the what Office software is not in it, so it cannot open PowerPoint, and PowerPoint is in my phone. So we are going to divide clarity into three, right? The first one is why. Now, I think I said it yesterday too. Yeah. Why? Why are you in the design space? You need to answer this question. Is it because of peer pressure? Is it because they said once you enter design, you make a lot of money, you make a lot of dollars, you earn high this one, high that one, high this one? Is it because of the shiny object syndrome? Is it because you feel like you are not being useful to yourself, so you just want to learn a skill and become useful? You need to know why you are here. You need to know why you are here, because why you're here is going to drive you. Even when the money is not coming yet, it is going to be your sustaining factor as a designer. It's going to be your sustaining factor as a designer. Even when you have not started seeing the money here, why you are in the design space will sustain you. Because if you are here just because of the money, I bet you it takes the grace of God. So let me not be a prophet of doom. For most persons, you may not likely see that kind of money you are looking for in your first 2 months in design. Well, except you listen to your boss, you take all the lessons in this training, and except you pay for brand strategy for creatives, all right? But there is no 100% guarantee that in your first 2 months you're going to get the kind of money that is in your mind. So what if your first 3 months you don't see that kind of money? Will you still stay or will you leave? Why are you here? That is the question. So one thing you need to know is that as a business, your primary aim as a business is not to make money. Okay. Why I'm saying as a business is because I want to assume that you are seeing your skill as a business, because that is the only way you will make money. If you don't see your skill as a business, you will not make money. You will just keep doing fun fair hobby. What you'll be doing is hobby, and then at some point you may be getting monetary value for your hobby. But if you really want to make money from graphic design, you need to see your skill as a business. So I'm talking to you as someone who is seeing his or her skill as a business. All right. Why are you here? Now, the best way to define your why is to define your why through the angle of the problem you want to solve, not necessarily the money. Because let me tell you something, when a problem is solved, you get value in return. And in most situations, the value return is returned in money, right? It's returned in monetary value in most cases. So you are in graphic design to solve a particular problem in the design space. You are in graphic design to solve a particular problem in the marketing space. You are in graphic design to solve a particular problem in whatever, in health, in I don't even know why we are restricting ourselves. There's health, there's entertainment, there is sports, there is a lot of areas that you can solve problem in. There are a lot of areas that you can bring in your design solution, your design as a solution to a problem. You see why people are making it and why some other people are struggling, because they don't know why you are here. They don't know why they are here. They don't know the kind of problems they are wired to solve in the design space. They don't even know the kind of problem they want to solve in the design space. So you need to know why you are in the design space. You need to know why you are here. You need to know the kind of problems you would want to solve. Right? It's really, really important that you know the kind of problem you want to solve, because that is what is going to drive you. All right. So it is important. All right. Just Give me a moment, please. All right. So if you're enjoying this class, can I just see your reactions? Let me know if you guys are getting what I'm saying. If you're actually getting what I am saying. All right. So it's an assignment. Take a piece of paper, right, and a pen. You need to be very intentional about it. I really wish your trainer Lawrence would ask you guys for this assignment. Sit down, be very intentional. Excuse me, write your name, then ask yourself, what kind of problem do I want to solve as a designer? Ask yourself, what kind of problem do I want to solve as a designer? What set of problems do I really want to solve as a designer? It's going to help you direct your efforts. When I went to Abia State, I think that was last weekend. Yeah, last weekend. I think yes, last weekend. Not this weekend I just passed. The other one. I was there with the students of Gregory University. We were there from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Right. So when I was with them, I was teaching. We were talking about branding and all of that one of those days, and um, I made some analogy. For example, there was a designer in the midst of the students who came around to listen, and I was telling him, for example, now you are in school and you're a designer, and do you know that you can decide to solve problem, or you can use your design to solve a problem in the SUG space? Okay, so you can decide to say, okay, as a creative in the creative industry, I'll use my design to solve problems and help SUG win their elections. So what that is going to do is that is going to inform his decision, um, to the kind of content he's going to be creating, the kind of design he's going to be creating, to make sure he attracts those kind of person, not just for his school, but for every other school in Nigeria. Such that if you build enough credibility in your school as a designer for your departmental heads, your all these people vying for positions, departmental president, faculty president, this one, SUG, senate, and all of that. So if you position yourself as their strategic designer, because you learn and become good at it now. So what happens is that they now refer you to their fellow SUG friends in other school, right? Or you carry yourself and put into that circle, okay? Then before you know it, you are reaching out to other universities, and before you know it, you have become the number one designer for student politicians. I was given an instance. This is just an instance. This is just an instance, right? So imagine how much you would have been making every month, every year, seeing that different schools have different calendars for their SUG. So it's not like you will not be idle. That's like an instance, right? That is just one instance. So imagine the possibilities therein. Imagine the amount of problems you can solve. Imagine how you can now be more direct with your design. It's not that you now wake up in the morning and then you just design anything and be like, rate me. Are you a rate card? Every day you're doing rate me, rate me, rate me, rate my designs or rate my designs. Those doing different designs, they are beautiful. But then you're not really positioning yourself as a don in an area. You're not really positioning yourself like, there's this guy, I've forgotten his name, but when it comes to sports design, he's just very good. You know, these sports guys, man, he just does a lot of things on his Instagram channel and all of that. That does not mean he's not going to receive other kind of design gigs. But what that means is that because of what he is doing, he has positioned himself to be a boss. So that once people see his design, he's so good that they can willingly give him other kind of design jobs to do. Are you seeing what is happening now? Are you seeing how you can use clarity? Why you are here? Just the problem you are solving, to be able to even solve other problems. Okay, so define it. It must not be only one problem, it can be a set of problems, but you need to define it. You need to be very strategic. You need to be very strategic. Yes, call me that again, the brand strategist. So you need to be very strategic in your approach in design, because there are thousands of people in the design space. My guy, there are thousands of them. So you need to find out a way to meander yourself to the top. And this is the easiest route. All right? Solve a problem. Find a find a niche or a set of niches, and begin to dominate from there. Dominate from there, and then you spread across. All right? So that's an assignment. Do it and send it to Lawrence. You can send it to me for review if you want. Not bad. So the next thing under clarity, because of our time, I said we're going to end by 10. I'm still on clarity. The next thing under clarity is who. All right? Who. Your why is going to define your who. By who, WHO, I mean who are your target audience. You see, when we talk about issues like this, graphic design, I feel like they don't relate. The truth of the matter is that you need people to make the money you're looking for. You need people. So whether you're a designer, you're not a designer, as long as you want to make money, you need people, right? Eh? Money is not created; it flows from one pocket to another. That is why it's called currency, because it has current. It flows from one person to another. So you need people to make money. You need people that they can give you monetary value for the service value you have. So you need to know who is your target audience. But knowing who your target audience is based on knowing why you are in the design space. Because the problem you are called to solve will determine the kind of people you are going to solve the problem to. Let's take our former example for an example. All right, so we're talking about the whole SUG thing, the student union government and all of that. So if you say I'm called to, I want to begin to solve issues with pertaining student union government designs, trying to say I can strategically position myself to be the designer who designs design for winning candidates and all of that. So if that is why you are here, the kind of problem you want to solve, the next thing you need to know is who. And then who are your audience? Your audience are the student union government officials, comrades, the senate officials, and all of that. Those are the people you are now targeted to. All right, and just using one instance, so you can have more than one problem you want to solve. Okay, so I'm not using one instance so that it can be more clearer. So your audience cannot be, those kind of people. You write them down. You write them down because you have to be intentional. So you write them down. Tell yourself, okay, these are the kind of people I'm going to strategically reach out to. For example, I have a friend who is a designer for affiliates. Like, he's good. He's ready to streamline. He's ready to say, okay, this is where I'm going to channel my effort to solving problem in the affiliate marketing world, to become the designer for affiliates. All right. So what did he do? He began to make a lot of designs for affiliate marketing, affiliate marketers, and all of that. Created content around designs on affiliate, how design can help affiliate marketers and all of that. Before you know it, he defined his audience and defined those he wants to reach out to, affiliate marketers. Now he's the one designing for what's this guy's name? Kenny Wokoye now. Kenny Wokoye is one of the top affiliate marketers in Nigeria. So are you seeing what is happening? So and does not mean that he's not getting other design jobs. What it means that he has been able to become a boss somewhere, such that because he's a boss, he's now spread across to every other thing he does. Okay, so you need to define who you want to serve, who you want to serve with your skill, who you want to serve with the service you have as a designer. It is really important. All right. So the next thing after who, okay, let us still dwell a little bit on who. Right. There's something you need to know, and I said everywhere, you cannot sell to everybody. Hmm? You cannot sell to everybody. You need to have this at the back of your mind that you cannot sell to everybody. It's not possible. Okay. I made an analogy that was, I don't know if I did that yesterday, but I know I did it on Friday. Where even when I went to Abia State, so we brought out three products. We have universal charger, we have St. Louis sugar, that's sugar that is in blue carton. We grew up with it, that is cube now, exactly. And then we have Rolls Royce car. So we're trying to analyze the three industries and all of that, and then we discovered that the first one, which is called a universal charger, is not used by everybody. Abi, good. The second one, that is the St. Louis Sugar, they don't do marketing ads everywhere. You don't see them on TV. You don't see them on Facebook doing ad or doing marketing. No. Why? Because they know who their audience are. The second one, which is Rolls Royce, the same thing. A lot of us love Rolls Royce, but a lot of us don't see ads on Rolls Royce. We don't even know when we're going to buy Rolls Royce ever, because they know who their target audience is. So they don't even disturb themselves. They know who they want to sell their market to. So they just carry themselves and go to meet those people they want to sell their market to. Right? So you need to know that you are not called to serve everybody at the back of your mind. Let it keep ringing. You're not called to serve everybody. Okay. So give me a while. Wow, I have a lot of things to do this night. So let's keep moving. Oof. God help me. Now the next thing in your we're still on clarity, but the next thing under clarity is what WHAT. What are your brand values? Okay, it's really important to define what your brand value is. What are the values you uphold as a business? What should people know you for? That is what value is. What should people know you for? What should people know you for? Your value is what people will say to others when they want to refer you to people. That is your value. That's what they would tell people. Such that they can say, for example, let's give examples now. They can say, you see this guy now, this guy good though. The guy they design very well, the guy sabi work, but the guy they waste time oh. They give design on time, they waste your time, but if na for good job they do am well. You see the value now. The value is what? Excellence. But he does not have time management as a value, but he has excellence as a value. Have you seen that? So you need to define your value. What are your values? What values do you want to uphold as a designer in the creative industry? Are you going to be excellent? Are you going to treat your client with all sense of professionalism? Are you going to be are you going to be able to manage your time effectively as per time management? Are you going to have good customer? All those things are values, and you don't just write it, you say it and you live it. You say it and you practice it. It is the value that your audience or your clients receive over time that transforms to experiences, which now transforms into the result of your brand. I don't know if you got that clearly. Let me say it again. I said it is the value that your audience, your client receive from you directly that is changed or converted to an experience which over time becomes a result. So, what is your value as a creative? What is your brand value as a creative? A lot of brand values, you can just type brand values and search a lot of them and pick the one that resonates with yourself and begin to work on it. Not just writing it down, working on it, making sure that your client experience those values anytime they come to do business with you. Right? Now let's quickly move to the next thing after clarity. The next thing after clarity is content. Content. You know, as a as a creative, the kind of content to create as a creative is really important, because content has a way of defining a lot about you, even without you saying a word about yourself. Yeah, content speaks volume even without you saying a word about yourself. So content is important as a creative. Now I would love to divide content into three. Okay, I would love to divide content into three. Now the first aspect of content, because when we talk about content, people have a general overview of what the content to be content creation. I know my brother David will be coming to teach you guys. I think on Wednesday or thereabout on. I don't know if it's social media marketing or content creation, but if he's talking about social media marketing, he will definitely talk about content creation. So um that is where we limit our talk when we talk about content. But no, content is far more than just the content creation you make on your social media account. All right. So I'm going to breaking it down for you to clearly understand different areas in content. The first area in content is talking about yourself as the container. We're talking about branding. We're talking about brand strategy. Brand strategy is a game of perception. It's as simple as that. It's a game of perception. How people perceive you per time. That is brand strategy. How you make people perceive you per time. One of the ways to make people perceive you as a don, as a boss in your niche, is by the content you are made of. How much knowledge do you have in the skill that you have? How much expertise do you have in the skill that you have? Excellence speaks volume. In fact, excellence is one word that the whole world understands. They may not know where you are coming from. They may not know the village you are coming from. They may not know the language you speak, but they understand the language called excellence. Yeah, they understand the language called excellence. So it is really important for you to develop yourself as a creative. Develop yourself very, very well. See yourself as an unending container that needs to be filled every single day. That is how you compete with those at the top. Because let me tell you the truth, those at the top want to remain at the top. They don't want to come down. So they do everything possible to remain at the top. And one of the things they do is to stuff themselves up with knowledge. Those people at the top, you cannot see them the same level they were in today, tomorrow. No. They become better on a daily. So, what is your plan to become better on a daily? What is your plan to grow so well in your niche? What is it? What is your plan to have an extraordinary knowledge about your expertise that people begin to wonder, how did this guy know this thing? How did this girl know this thing? That is what takes you up to become a boss in your niche, is knowledge. The difference between me and someone who is higher than me in brand strategy is just knowledge. There is something he knows that I've not known yet. Do you get? The difference between you and someone who has gone further than you in design, I'm a designer too. The difference between you and someone who has gone further than you in design is just knowledge. There is something he knows and applies that you have not known yet. And because of that, he has an edge over you. That is just the truth. So, how much knowledge do you have in your skill as a designer? Are you just limited to what your trainer is teaching you? So, if for example, maybe we're learning Photoshop, or okay, let's say Pixel Lab, for example, and then you're learning how to use Pixel Lab to create your designs, are you just limited to the course scope of GDA, or are you expanding? Are you going on different sites, Udemy, YouTube, and all of that, to get resources to back up what you are learning in GDA? Because that is what takes you to the top. That's what makes you exceptional. How much knowledge do you have? Have you seen a situation where you are in class and there's this particular guy who knows so much? Like, he knows so much such that he can even, sorry, okay, let's go to text. I wanted to be sure. So he knows so much that um, you can equate him to your lecturer. That's for those who are in university already, or maybe to your teacher. So that even if your teacher is not around, you can reach that guy or that lady to teach you that particular course or that particular subject because you know this guy knows it so well. Why? Because this guy doesn't just know what is within the scope of the the course schedule. He knows more than that. He has understanding. When he's talking with the lecturer, when he's talking with the teacher, they are conversing on a different level altogether. And then you'll be like, ah, God, who am I? Where them born me? Where did I come from? And all of that. So you need to have good knowledge. Knowledge stands you out. Knowledge stands you out in this industry. In-depth knowledge stands you out. So can we have people in this group who are going to say, I am going to have in-depth knowledge on my skill such that once I come out, I am talking or I am putting up my design, people cannot resist me. People cannot resist my expertise. They have no option than to come to my DM and say, wow. They have no option than to come to my DM and say, how did you do this thing? How did you know this thing? How much knowledge of design and marketing do you know? Or are you just in design? How much knowledge of how can design help in marketing? How can design help in affiliating? How can design help in products? How can design help in making more sales? You know, all those things. How can you apply design in these areas and make money? All those knowledge, how much of it do you know? How can you position yourself as a designer? How much of those knowledge do you know? Because that is what will take you up. If you keep posting only designs every day, you wake up in the morning, you post one design, tomorrow you post another design, next morning you post another design. No problem. Oh. Keep posting and be going. Yeah, we'll call you poster. So you need to have in-depth knowledge on your subject matter. All right, and related subject matters. That is what stands you out as a designer. You are going to have an irresistible in-depth knowledge of my skills in design and marketing. That is it, favor. That is it. In-depth knowledge. See, when you see someone who has enough knowledge on his expertise, he does not need to talk too much. The result will show. The result will show for it. He does not even need to talk too much. There's no need to come and be shouting, I'm a designer, come and patronize me. No, the result will show. It is going to show in the kind of content he or she creates. It's going to show in the kind of design he or she creates. It's going to show in the kind of things he or she says. It's going to show in the kind of answers he or she gives to questions. In depth knowledge. In depth knowledge. In depth knowledge. I want to see I was one telling my friend today, is it David? He's the same job as I was going to do with you guys. I was telling him, like, we're just talking how we're looking at our schedule for the year, and we're booked all round. We're booked all round, all round. This weekend alone, I have okay. Last weekend we had about how many? I had about how many speaking engagements. This weekend again, I have speaking engagement. In fact, I had to cancel one for Saturday to be able to meet with another one on Saturday. Why? Why are people looking for me like this? We went for a meeting today and I was made head of sales and marketing for a company. How? Why are people looking for me like that? Why are people wanting to give me positions as big as that? Like as it stands now, if I don't have a personal relationship with you, eh, I may likely not accept your invitation. Why? Because I am booked already. I am freaking booked. So that the remaining time I have, I'm trying to see how I can patch up my own personal brand. My God. That is what knowledge can do to you. That is what knowledge can do to you. I was just coming back home this night from the meeting we had, and then I got another invitation to speak somewhere on Saturday. That is what knowledge can do to you. So, how much knowledge do you have that makes people see you as irresistible? They have no option that to reach out to you. They have no option that to ask you for help, for advice. That is the goal. That is the goal. Remember, you are called to solve a problem. You are called to solve a problem. So it is important, all right? Very important. Now, the next thing about content, I'm trying to drink water so I can um, hydrate myself. The next thing about content is your visuals. Okay, how you look is a content. Ah, write this down somewhere. I really wish you can write this down somewhere. How you look is a content. It speaks a lot about your personality. It speaks a lot about you as a brand. How you look is a content. You don't need to talk so much. Once I see you, I should be able to deduce a lot of things about you. One day, okay, one of my videos, I was talking to our 6 figure and 7 figure coaches. I was telling them, if you say you are a 7 figure coach, if you say you're a 6 figure coach, can you look like one? Can, can you dress like one? When you come around your social media outlets, can we deduce that you are a 6 figure coach? How you look, how you look is a content. To be sure that people are still in this class, can you just type how you look is a content? Let me know how many people are still here. Just type how you look is a content. I'm waiting. If you are still in the class, just type how you look is a content so that I'm sure. Okay? Exactly. How you look is a content. I can see Favor. I can see Lawrence. Who else is here? JJ. I hope is it JJ Okocha or another JJ? So how you look is a content. When we talk about how you look, first of all, we talk about dressing and all of that. When you go out for events, when you go out for occasions, how do you look? Remember, you are a professional. Remember, I said before that you need to let yourself know that you are a creative, you are a designer. So, if you're a designer, it means you're a professional at your work. So, how do you look as a professional? Do you go out looking like a madman, or do you go out looking like the professional that you are? I usually used to say this thing to all my friends and my proteges that how you look online should resonate with how you look offline. Okay? The kind of perception you want to build online should resonate with the kind of perception you want to build offline. I hope you know that you can still get clients offline. That is one thing you need to know. So you need to look your best offline and online. It is really important. It has to be consistent. That is one thing in dressing all of that. The next part of visuals is your bio, your social media, your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram, your this new one, Thread, you know, TikTok and all of that. How is your visuals, your bio? How is your bio constructed? Is your bio having small girl, big God, haters go away? I shine above my enemies and my neighbors. Is that how your bio is? Is that how your bio is structured? If that is how your bio is structured, then it's a problem. If your bio does not tell me at first instance, give me an idea of what you do or who you are, then you are making a very big mistake. So people don't need to come down to reading your content before they have an idea of who you are. Just by looking at your DP and your bio, I should have an idea of who you are. At least for the first instance, I should know that this person is a professional. Then I now take time to now discover what kind of professional is he or her. Right? So your bio is important. How do you structure your bio? When David comes, he's going to talk about bio in social media marketing. So I'll not talk so much on that. It's going to give you a detailed structure on what and what should contain your bio. But it's very simple. What I do is, first of all, who am I and what do I do and how can I help people? Because see, the thing is that your audience, everybody's selfish. So there, what is our own is what is in it for me. What is in it for me? That is just it. So when they come to your bio, what they're looking for is how can you benefit me? It's that simple. So if you can structure your bio such that you are telling your audience how you can benefit them with your design skills. Do you now understand? So you can say, okay, maybe you are this or that designer, whatever it is you want to do, and then you design attractive design that converts, blah 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 blah. There's not enough time to create a structure. All right, so you need to structure your bio. It's really important. It speaks a lot about you, even without personal conversations. Even before we go down to even the main content itself. All right, so just give an instance. For example, if someone recommends you to somebody, say the person is a baker. Okay, person bakes cake and all of that. And you go to meet you get the person's link, maybe to his or her Facebook or maybe WhatsApp and all of that. And then m- natural instincts would make you, if you are on WhatsApp, the first instincts will take you to the person's um what do they call it? Catalog. Wow, up nepa. So the first instance will take you to the person's catalog, right? Very good. To check out the person's product and skills and services, right? Now, sorry, give me a moment. Kelvin, Kelvin, Kelvin. Sorry, help me. Log this. Thank you. So the first instance is that you check through the person's catalog to see now, maybe to see the person's product and all of that. So if you go through the person's catalog and you don't see any product at all there, and then you go to the person's bio on the WhatsApp and you are seeing haters go away, or you are seeing small girl, big God, are you still going to stay there or you will run? You will run. You will run. For example, I'm planning to get a new sneakers today. So I was just trying to, because I have a few people who sell sneakers online now. My WhatsApp, they're everywhere. So there's this prominent, the girl is doing well. She applies all my principles. So I have no doubt to check her out. So I went to her catalog, on WhatsApp. She was not online. I just went through her catalog and just went through, and I saw what I wanted. I just texted her immediately. That is also a content. So she didn't have to make a post actively on her WhatsApp for me to know what I wanted to get. Just by mere looking at her catalog, I just knew the kind of things I was looking for. And then we're already talking now. So it is important for you to structure every touch point you are going to have with an audience, every touch point you are going to have with a prospect or a client. You need to lock it up very well. You need to lock it up very well. You need to be very intentional about your DP. Your DP. So if your DP is a flower, I want to assume that you're a farmer that plants flowers, because that is the only reason you will give me as to why your DP is a flower. If your DP is a cartoon, I want to assume that you are an animator, abi animator waiting on the column. Do you understand? Because that's the only reason that would. Excuse me, please. Okay. Help me close the door. Thank you. So that is the only reason why I will agree that your DP should be cartoon. So this is how you know if your DP is right or wrong. Just ask yourself, can you do business comfortably with the person, the picture in your DP? Can you do business comfortably with the picture in your DP? If the answer is yes, go ahead. Burugawa. If the answer is no, then you need to intentionally work towards it. Try to get a good DP. Alright? If you don't have enough resources to get a picture, can you at least put your design, maybe your services, your brand name and then your services, put it in the design and put as your DP? It is better. It is even better than putting flower. What is your pastor looking for in your DP? except you want to tell me that you're into full-time ministry, you're a pastor, and the pastor in your GP is the general overseer of your church, and you have another branch, because your pastor is a brand on his own. So I don't really understand why he is the one in your GP. We honor men of God. I'm a minister of the gospel by the special grace of God, a full-time minister of the gospel, a full-time campus pastor. All right? Yes. So I understand what it means to honor men of God, but it does not mean I should, like, for example, now I'm in charge of Patola campus in school, and we have a chaplain who oversees all the churches, right? So it does not mean I should now put my chaplain's picture as my DP, knowing fully well that I'm a personal brand and I have a business that I run outside ministry. Do you now understand? So it is really important that your DP resonates with yourself, with your value, with your business, and with your brand. Right? Let's move. Then the next part of content is now the normal one everybody knows: the content marketing, content creation, writing content strategically, putting up your content, and consistency with content and all of that. So you need to be very intentional about your content and consistency. You need to be very consistent, because that is what is going to give the results. Remember I said experiences. So experience over time breeds results. So that over time is consistency. So experience and consistency equals to result, and that is your brand. So what people experience with you over and over and over again becomes your brand. Do you get? So have that at the back of your mind. All right, guys, so let's quickly move on to the third thing. The third one is creativity. Creativity. What is going to stand you out in business is how creative you are in your approach. Yes. How creative are you? How creative are you in your designs as a designer? How do you creatively approach matters? How do you creatively approach problems as a designer? Or are you just a designer that just obeys? Or no, when you're learning design, you learn design principles now. Very good. So you're going to learn how to, the color principle, the color rule, which is the 80-20-10, if I'm correct. Yes, right? I believe 80, yeah, 80, no, no, 60-30-10 or thereabout. I've forgotten. My God, it has been a while. So the color rule now, exactly. So we have that. You have typography. You should not use more than three color. This one is still in how you look is your content. Blessing, Yanoluwa. Pray you meet also. So color design rule, typography, and all of that. Okay, all those things are rules, and it is there to keep you um guided as you go through your design journey. But then, how creative can you be in your approach? Or are you just a copy and paste? When you want to do design, you just go online, pick inspiration, and copy and paste that inspiration verbatim? Or are you creative in your approach? It is your creativity that breeds your originality. It is through creativity that people have a sense of your originality, such that when I see a design, I should be able to pick that this design is from this guy, because of how you bring in your creative juice to your designs. I just know that this guy, now only this guy feel run designs like this, now only this guy feel run this kind of pattern. Not that you copy and paste design, you just be like every other designer, because you are copying and pasting everybody's concepts and everybody's creativity. So how creative are you as a designer? How creative are you in your approach? Okay, as a business, as a graphic designer, how creative are you in delivering your services? Do you just send out your designs like that, or do you creatively present your design to have a better feel in the eyes of your audience? All these things matters when it comes to branding. It all matters. It all matters. So how creative are you? I have a problem with Nigerians. We don't want to be creative. We just like to do copy and paste. So creative is not creativity. Is, like I said, is going to breed your own originality. It's going to give you a sense of originality in the design space. It's going to give you a sense of originality in the design space. I know you don't hear this one yesterday for creativity, Abby. It's going to give you an originality in the design space. So if you want to be original, be creative. It's as simple as that. If you want people, see, it is creativity that gives you a trademark in the design space. You know what it means to have a trademark? Ah, that is the height of it, though. When you have a trademark that people now look up to you for ideas, when you have a kind of concept that people now look up to you for ideas, it is creativity that starts there. Okay, I will not talk so much on creativity because of time, but I have a book on creativity. I wrote that book since 2021, if I'm correct. Either 2020, 2021. Mastering Creativity. Okay, so you can reach out to me to get that book for free. Mastering Creativity. All right, so that is how it is now. You know, you don't give out all the value at once, just in case of cases like this. Ah, my God! If you meet me tomorrow, I'll add up something new to you. So, um, the book is for free, so you can get it. You can get it from me anytime you get to me. Right? Mastering creativity. You need to be very creative as a designer. You need to be very creative, but that is what is going to make you original. That is what people now begin to look up to because you have your own style. You have your own style. You have your own concept. The people you are looking up to, the reason why you're looking up to them is not just because they are good, but because they have their own style, because they have their own concept, because there's a way they approach their own design that other people don't. So because of that, you are willing to pay them to learn their idea. You're willing to pay them to learn their own style. They brought in a style into their design, and that made them a boss in the design space. So, what style are you bringing to your design? What is your concept? What is your creative approach? I have a guy who is wicked with shadows. Oh my god, the guy is wicked with shadows. It was because of how good he was with shadows that I had to pay him to learn what he does. And you know that at the end of the day, it was something I could do. But because I didn't think of it, that was how he got me. Creativity. Creativity. There's a guy who uses Pixel Lab now and he's very good with all this bevel and emboss. So whenever he's doing design, he always add a touch of bevel and emboss. And he does it so well. So well. That is his own approach to design. So what is your approach? What approach are you going to be taking to design? You can do a lot of study and you pick out an approach that suits your person. All right. So creativity is important. I was saying something. I said I have an issue. I have issue in Nigeria. We don't like to be creative. We don't. That is why when this young lady Hida Basi did her cookathon, yeah, the whole world wanted to do cookathon. The whole of Nigeria wanted to do cookathon. Something atom, everything atom, everything atom. Everybody wants to do atom. Are you an ant? Yeah. Because I don't understand our problem in Nigeria. We cannot just be creative at all. So because a young lady did how many hours cookathon, the next day, this other chef want to do her own cookathon. That other chef want to do cookathon. That other chef want, I was asking, I was talking with my friends one day. I asked, is it that Nigerians don't have sense? Okay, let's assume they just want to put their name in the Guinness World Record. Can they take another approach? Must it be longest hour? Why can't somebody come up and say, I want to cook 100 meals in 1 day? In 1 day, the first person to cook 100 meals in 1 day. Is there not another approach? Must it be art and art? Everybody want to do art and design art. Oh my god, lecture art and oh my, oh my, it's really messed up. The system is really messed up. So even if it is that you want to get your name to get to the Guinness World Record, can't you take another approach? So that is what it is about creativity. You need to find an approach that you can use to get to the top. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about, I'm trying to rush up now. I want to make sure that I end by 10:30 on the dot or 10:22. The next thing you need to look out for is your connection. Who are you connected to? Who forms the large, your friends, right? I always say this: Your net worth is determined by your network, right? Your net worth is determined by your network. So who are your network? Who are your friends? Who are you connected? That's why I advise people, go out for events, go out for pay for trainings. Hmm? Pay for trainings. Most times when I pay for trainings, I don't pay for trainings because God forgive me. Most times I don't pay for training because I want to learn anything. Because sometimes most of the things I want to say I know it already. Hmm? Oh my God. Sometimes I pay for trainings because of access. Access. Who knows you matter in the industry? Who knows you matter a lot in the industry. It matters a lot in the industry. Who you are connected to matters a lot in this industry. So most times I pay for training just because I want to get access. Just because I want to get access. I I recently went into UI design, UI UX design. I am already learning with different persons already. But then there's this guy I wanted to connect with in UI UX. What did I do? I paid for his course. I've not touched that course yet, but I've connected with him. Have I not? Very simple. So, um, pay for courses, learn, connect, not just with the trainer, but with the people who also paid for that course with you. Do you understand? Connect, go out for events, reach out to people. See, okay, where was it? I think that was about a few weeks back, about 3 weeks ago. I think 3 weeks ago, there about went for an event. Um, yeah, Valoka 4 and Isaiah Big Emil of them. So yeah, I went for the event. I said, whenever I go for an event, I must show myself. The people must know that Carlo Nestor has entered that place. My friends were thinking I'm playing. I said, let's go. Oh my God. I went there. When the moderator came up to start talking, the first person that created the mic in that hall was Carlo Nestor. And the first thing I said was, hello everybody, my name is Carlo Nestor. I am this. Before you know it, this the moderator now said, "Yeah, I've seen your face somewhere, sir. I've only seen you online, no. Oh, are you the current Nestor, sir?" Before you know it, everybody started knowing me. Is this the current Nestor? Is this the current Nestor? Like that day, I heard my name a lot of times. Virtually everybody that came up to speak that day mentioned my name. Why? Because I let them know that I am here. Oh. I am here. See me, I am here. Because people were there now, so they would easily have may not have seen me. But as I went there, I told them, Carlo Nestor is here. And because of that, before we were done, people were coming to connect with me. They were coming to connect with me. Connect with people. One of the events I went to, after the event, the next week, somebody paid me for a walk from that event we went to just because I connected with. So imagine if I not connected with that person. So who is your connection? Who do you connect with? Who do you connect with? Who do you connect with? This is really important. Who knows you matter in this industry. All right. So connect, have mentors, have a coach, have coaches, have trainers, have friends. Learn, build, go round, learn. Be very wide with your learning process. The wider you get in your learning process is the wider you're going to get in your earning. All right. It's very important. Now, talking about connections and all of that, most of you should know me already by now. If you have heard of Carlo Nestor and you have not learned from me directly, then there's a problem. If you're creative and you've heard of my name and you've not learned from me directly, then there's a problem. I'm creating a course for creatives. It's called Brand Strategy for Creatives. It's a full blown pre recorded course that will show you how you can earn as a creative just by doing the job you love. Tomorrow I'll just take a tip and talk to you about how to handle clients. That is a full module in the course. How to handle bad clients, how to attract high paying clients, right? Is a full module in the course. But then I will just take out time tomorrow to just pick out some things from the course and teach you. There are a lot of things you are going to learn in the course. Please just give me a while. I really need to talk about this course because I said I'm going to make sure that people hear about this thing. Let's not be that they didn't know about the opportunity. All right. So, where is my Google? All right. Um, let me just give you a a brief rundown of what brand strategy for creative is all about. Let me just give you a brief rundown of what brand strategy for creative is all about, and then we'll just quickly round up. Where is this young man? Okay, yeah, I've seen it. So, one of the things we are going to be doing in brand strategy for creatives is to show you what we call brand strategy, in-depth brand strategy, right? How to apply brand strategy in your designs, how to manage your brand over time. Because I've discovered that a lot of people do graphics and all that, and then after some time, they God is good. I'm growing. It's and all of that. So how to manage your brand over time, right? Another thing we're going to learn is how to build a creative agency. There is money in building creative agency. There is a lot of money because you have the opportunity to even charge your clients higher. Okay, because you have a lot of value you're going to be given to the business. So we're going to learn how to do that. We're going to talk on brand identity, brand communication, how to communicate high ticket blueprints, how to get high ticket clients. And it's not just me. I made it very intentional to bring out about 12 industry experts together with me to make this course a bomb. 12 industry experts. We have the likes of Danny Amara, we have the likes of Content Grandmaster, that is CG, we have the likes of Ajibola Emmanuel, which is the sales ninja, we have the likes of Makin Kalu, who is the video god, we have the likes of Chijoke Otipa, which is my mentor, we have the likes of Anna Marie White. Anna Marie White is from Trinidad, right? She's a wicked woman when it comes to branding. We have the likes of Chris John Vian, we have the like, I cannot even mention all of them. There's so much, like they're ready and waiting. We've already started, we even have John Eche. In fact, I we just finished a recording with John Eche some time ago. He was exposing issues on target audience. He was exposing a lot of issues on target audience, all right? How to get into the mind of the target audience. We have recorded that one already. How to get into the mind of the target audience, how to create what we call a buyer persona. Okay, when I was talking about you need to know who you are called to serve and all of that. Remember that time? Good. The next stage is to create a buyer persona. So how to create the right kind of buyer persona that works for you. None of that. When we're talking about we're even going to talk about freelancing, all right? You need to earn in dollars now to make more money as a creative. You need to earn in dollars, all right? So um we've done that recording already, how to freelance and earn in dollars and all of that, with a lot of resources to get to started in freelancing. So there's a lot of things that comes with the brand strategy for people. Because of time, don't worry, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, or maybe tomorrow I may still talk about it, I may not. So the the course is on pre-order at the moment, all right? So the main fee is 10,000 naira. That is the startup fee. When the course is ready, we're going to start selling it at 10,000 naira. But then we decided to just do pre-order for now to let people who would want to register immediately to get in for 5,000 naira. Okay, that is for the pre-order. But then if you're in this class and you want to register this night, I did not mean tomorrow, this night, you can get in for 4,000 naira. Right, brand strategy for creative is what you need as a creative. Whatever, whether you're a graphic designer, you're a video animator, you're a copywriter, you're a content creator, whatever it is you are, as long as you're in the creative niche, you need brand strategy for creative, and it's the only course you can see out there for strategy, especially to solve the issue of the Nigerian market. Because you see a lot of brand strategy course, and it's for the abroad guys, and not even for creatives, it's for businesses. But this one is directed to you as a creative. All right, so do well to reach out to me, do well to get the course. All right, I will find a way to send my account number. You can get to me to get the course for 4,000 naira this night. Once this night is over, you can get it tomorrow for 5,000 naira. All right, so let's just quickly round up. We just talked about connection. right? So um let me just add one more. Let me just add one more. Favor did not hear this one too. Let me just add one more. When you want to build a strong brand, you need to build a community. Yeah, you need to build a community. A community is a base of loyal customers. People who have bought from you over time form part of your community. People who have been loyal to you over time form part of the community. Your customers who have patronized you over time form part of the community. So you need to create a community around your business. You need to create, this is what some of these top brands use. For example, see Emeka Nobis, for example. I bet you to say that Emeka Nobis does not do so much. All he has to do is just release the product. That is just all he has to do. And his community will do the marketing for him. His community will do the production, the promotion, everything for him. Everything for him. And he does not even need to stress himself. That is the power of community. That is what Apple uses. So people who want to buy Apple products, it is not Apple that is coming to strangle your neck and tell you buy Apple product, buy an iPhone. No, it is people who have used Apple that will hype iPhones now. And because of the hype, you want to get an iPhone. So what community are you building as a creative? Who are those who are loyal to your brand? Can you work with them? Can you walk around them? Can you reach out to them? Can you form a personal relationship with them? Can you form a personal relationship with them? That is what you need, because you need persons here. One person has the ability to refer 10 other persons to you. So, and the only person who has that mind to refer people to you is your loyal customer. That particular person who is called your loyal customer is the person that can comfortably refer you to people. Like I was telling you now today, the referral I got for the speaking engagement was from someone who I spoke in an event. So I spoke in an event about how many months ago, but somebody was looking for a boss in the creative industry in the States. And the first name that came to her mind was my name. And she referred me to the person. Are you seeing what loyal customers can do? That's what loyal customers can do. So you need to build a community. Reach out to people. Have personal relationship with your customers. Have personal relationship with them. Build a community around them. All right. It is very important. All right. So I think I'll just leave you with this. We'll talk about clarity. We'll talk about content. We talked about creativity, we talked about community, and we talked about connections. So I think with these few points of mine, I've been able to address the issue of building a strong brand for yourself as a creative. So thank you very much. I think I spent an extra 6 minutes. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you, Lawrence, for having me. All right. Maybe if there are questions, I can attend to some. If there are, if there are none, we can still see tomorrow.
My book is filled up. Hey, God. Hey, Jesus. Thank you so much, sir. I enjoyed it. Please, if you can hear me, please indicate. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I pity those that missed. God, my head don't full. Hey, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'll be dropping your number in the WhatsApp group for those that don't have your number. Please do haste to connect with him. It's very, very important. One of the things he said was connection. That is one of the things he made clear to us, connection. So make sure you connect with him. It's very, very important. He's dropping a lot of values, most especially on his WhatsApp status. I don't miss it without doing status. It's not possible. Unless my village people after my life. Okay, so make sure you connect with him. I'll be dropping his WhatsApp line in the group tonight, 4,000. After tonight, tomorrow will be 5,000. So do well to get that course. I'll be sending in his number and as well the flyer. So I've ever shared that flyer. So forgive me. Oh Jesus, thank you so much. I'm grateful. Please, can we just show him that we are so grateful? I want you guys to drop comment for him. Tell him, sir, thank you, sir, thank you for tonight. He was planning to just stay with us for just 1 hour, but he stayed for about 1 hour 35 minutes. Wow, Jesus, my God, my book is filled up. I need to buy a new one. Hey, thank you so much. Sir. This is value. This is value. Tomorrow is going to continue, and if tomorrow there is no much time, I'll tell him to continue to Wednesday because man, I cannot miss this. I cannot miss this. Thank you so much, sir. It's a blessing to hear from you. God bless you, sir. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel. Michael. Okay, Michael. Wow, Michael, you are here. God bless your life. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, guys, we'll be ending tonight's section. Go to the group. Remember the assignment he gave us, okay? He gave us an assignment. So, Favor Jog, what you do for me is you go to the group, you drop the assignment so that tomorrow I'll be getting it, or you send it to him directly. And I'll be dropping his number in the WhatsApp group as well, okay? If you have any question, you have anything you want to ask him, you can feel free to drop it on WhatsApp. Please, nobody should disturb him. That's the thank God I remember. Please, nobody should call him. Don't call him on phone. Please don't disturb him. He has a lot, and he said it here. He has a lot to handle. Don't call him on phone. You can drop a WhatsApp message for him, but please, please, please don't call him on phone. Please, I repeat, don't call him on phone. You can just drop your message. So for those that missed tonight's section, that have missed it, we say they have missed it. Tomorrow we'll continue, same time and same person, same value. God bless you, everybody, for staying tuned, and good night. I love you all.